What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, man. In this next controversial video, we're about to go ahead and react to why Trae Young is banned from USA basketball. I don't really know what's going on, but let's go ahead and just see what it's talking about.
Trae Young hinted he wants to be on Team USA at the World Cup this summer, but the roster was announced and point guards are Anthony Edwards, makes sense, rising young star, Jalen Brunson, solid all-star snub, Tyrese Halliburton, actual all-star, but Josh Hart and Austin Reeves? Not Trae? Okay, this isn't the Olympic roster with the best players. Maybe Trae will be on that squad. But reports say he has zero chance. Austin Reeves has a better shot. So Trae goes on Gilbert Arenas' podcast, says he's disappointed, but Gilbert trashed the entire roster.
You see that list, man, they got, man? Oh, sorry-ass group.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Austin Reeves is crazy.
It's cool for some of the guys who got there that I don't know, right? Some of them probably don't even start on their team. I don't know. I don't want to look at it because it's embarrassing sometimes where, like, you have star players who's really stars that do want to participate.
Okay, I actually had no problem with Gilbert saying that. If he and Trae
Why
Young
isn't
are friends, he's
like,
just
what?
having his boys back. I would do that same thing. But Trae fans say it has nothing to do with his talent. He's not on the team for a different reason. It's why Trae just unfollowed the head of USA Basketball on Twitter. But Trae was part of Team USA beating Canada for gold in the U18 championship. Look how happy.
First of all, let's look at how many players that we kind of recognize. I see Mo Bamba in the back. I see MPJ. I see Kevin Huerter, or however you say that nigga name. I see Trae Young. I see Jarrett Allen. And do we miss anybody? That look like Markelle Fultz on the right. And dude next to Kevin Huerter, however you say his last name, he looks familiar too.
He was with that trophy back then. He obviously loves repping his country with other great players. But since then, he has been frozen out. In 2019, Greg Popovich chose Derek White as the final guard for the select team over Trae and De'Aaron Fox. Then in 2020, he wasn't even close. Team USA announced 44 players with a shot. Trae was out. This was a huge snub considering he just averaged 30 points as an all-star in the NBA.
Right.
So Trae went on ESPN openly admitting how he felt.
I was kind of hurt that I didn't make the 44 players and felt like I deserved
44 players got
list.
picked?
The team he grew up playing for was basically calling him overrated. I mean, other young guards on the 44 were like Derek White, Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker. They're saying
those are some good players, but not Derek White,
despite being an all-star starter. But then his own coach said something unforgivable. An Atlanta-based reporter asked then Hawks coach Lloyd Pierce if it was hard to see Trae left off. He said, no, because honestly, I respect the league. I respect the levels and layers you have to go through. Harrison Barnes, Mason Plumlee, those guys have done it.
What?
I'm sorry, but Trae's own coach thinks he doesn't deserve it.
What does that have to do with anything?
Mason Plumlee is more deserving. That's crazy.
Right.
Trae was so upset. Reports said it caused a break in their relationship and is one of the main reasons Lloyd Pierce got fired. But Trae will have done enough to be on the 2024 Olympics. He'll have been in the league 6 years. Good chance he's a 3-time All-Star, a max franchise player. But how many American point guards would you take above Trae? The 2024 Olympics in Paris will be super competitive. A lot of guys are going to want to go. France is going to host with Victor Wembanyama, potentially Joel Embiid. Nikola Jokic will be leading Serbia.
Sheesh.
Luka leading a strong Slovenia.
Nah, this is really lit, bro.
Always good. But Canada? Have you seen Team Canada? They have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jamal Murray, R.J. Barrett, Lou Dort, Shaden Sharp, Dylan Brooks. I am not joking.
They got a
The
squad.
US could lose to them. It's like the golden generation of Argentina in 04. They beat the Americans with Manu Ginobili over guys like Tim Duncan and LeBron James. USA must bring their best squad. So is Trae one of those? Last Olympics, he was not invited. In fact, Bradley Beal got COVID. They had to replace him. They chose Keldon Johnson.
That's ridiculous, bro.
Came out with a red, white, and blue colorway. Trae was expecting an invite, so he made an Olympic shoe. That is so sad. All this man wants to do is represent his
That's
country.
ridiculous.
So there are 12 roster spots, and 4 of them are true guards. I say the locks are Steph Curry, never played in the Olympics, but if he wants in, he is in. Damian Lillard, I know he didn't play well in 2020, but he's a vet who's been committed. Jalen Brunson, sounds crazy. Steve Kerr loves him. He is the Olympic coach. Brunson's a lock. So who gets that last spot? What if Klay Thompson wants in? What about Drew Holiday for defense? Jalen Brown, young guys.
There's
like
a lot of,
Tyrese
there's plenty
Halliburton,
players,
Cade
bro.
Cunningham, Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards, and De'Aaron Fox. That is a ton of competition. This will be a storyline all NBA season about who is playing good enough to make the Olympic roster. Trae fans say he is good enough. Hits clutch shots, amazing passer, average a double-double for the first time. The real reason he is not in is politics. Team USA leadership just doesn't like Trae. They're haters. It used to be a tryout to make the squad. They invited a lot of players, then they competed. But then Grant Hill took over. Under Grant, things had changed to a more relaxed system. Now players don't have to show deep commitment. They just get invited without a big sacrifice.
Wow.
They say Hill is biased against him. So Trae unfollowed him on social media. Weird, because Grant Hill's also part owner of the Hawks.
Word?
Is Trae gonna get traded? No. This had to do with Hill running USA basketball and Trae feeling like it's politics. But really, it's not. They just don't need what Trae gives them. His actual competition is the young guards. Trae isn't taking Steph or Dame's spot. He's fighting with Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton, Book, Spider Mitchell. Trae is too small on defense, and his offense doesn't make up for that. They have offense covered already. With like a KD or a
That kind of makes sense, though.
Yes, Trae's a great passer, but if that's all you offer, it's not good enough. They need someone to play well off the ball, be an efficient scorer. But why does Trae think it's political? Because when players
It
are
looks like that, though.
anonymous, they trash him. In an anonymous survey, players named Trae as the most overrated player.
I don't know about that, though. I'm gonna be
Trae
honest.
was the 5th East guard among fans, 12th among players. Players pick guys like Zach LaVine and LaMelo Ball ahead of him. I am not trying to trash Trae Young. I'm just showing why he's paranoid that it's political. Trae thinks people don't like him because they probably don't. And I'm sorry about that because Trae is just a person who wants to be liked and who wants to represent his country. But what he needs to do is stop worrying about what other people think about him. Just ball out, win with the Hawks, and the rest will take care of itself. Because no one can deny a winner. But what I've realized this offseason is you guys don't really want, like, story videos from me. Like, you really don't. Like, I've put out a bunch of these story videos recently. They are all tanky compared to what my normal videos do on this channel. You guys want news. Like this video right here. Like, this is like a news video. But please give some of those story videos a chance. I really enjoyed making them. Like, the one guy to beat Michael Jordan one-on-one.
Bro, I definitely kind of agree to what he's saying. At first, it did kind of look like they were being biased. But then again, when you really look at it, Trae, he doesn't really play defense. He's a great scorer, but, I mean, there's plenty of those on Team USA. It makes sense, though. It definitely makes sense. It started to look bad in the beginning, but it definitely makes sense. Like, you know, the upside isn't really, you know what I'm saying, the good isn't really outweighing the bad that he has on his team, but I mean, who's to say in the near future we won't really see him play? Granted, this exact season, the Hawks didn't even make the playoffs, and yeah, that's not really a good look, but it is what it is, though, man. It's just USA basketball. Let's be honest. Like, I don't even know if they're really making money off of this, but, you know, maybe he just want to be a part of history, but let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, though. No cap.